I can see somebody's live. Tell me where you're watching from. Hello, Paulina Tieno. I can see you. Where are you watching from? All right. Tell me where you are. You in Kenya? Are you away? Hi from Embakasi. Pauline, welcome. This is from Gulf. You are. I very much love my mentor Lydia Kemunto. Thank you. Watching from Birmingham, UK. Joyce Ngugi. Thank you. Okay. Let me get one more. Who else is watching from where? Kiriga tuned. All right. Watching from Nairobi. That's Roslyn Mweni. Hello, watching from S. All right. Okay. Karatina Asha Bonaya. Very good. Now, guys, let us talk about how to quit drugs and addictive habits. Every now and then I get people tell me, I have this addiction, I'm addicted to weed, booze, marijuana. I'm addicted to alcohol, to whiskey, to drinking, addicted to pornography, to masturbation, I'm addicted to something. There's things I keep doing in secret and takes me down. How can I stop it? Keep getting that alone. Many of us have that kind of a problem that you deal with privately, you struggle with. Now, I want to give you 3 steps to stop that addictive habit. Step 1 is decide why you are quitting. Develop the reason. Clarify the reason. Think about it. Listen, when the reason for changing your behavior is not clear, the effort will be inconsistent. When the reason is not strong enough, you are not bought the idea of change. If you're not convinced whether you should change in the first place, you think it's not that bad, you will never change. Think deeply about the change you want. For example, weed. If you're addicted to weed, you are giving up the drug, even if it's alcohol, so that your life can come first and the drug comes second or last. While you are addicted to weed comes first. That addiction comes first to everything else in your life. Okay? Your relationships, your job, your money, your future, your everything. When you are addicted, the addiction comes first. It takes prominence, takes importance over everything in your life. Now, once you decide you want your family, you want your relationship, you want your future, you want your business, you want your career, you want your peace, you want your power, you want your control, that is the reason you are quitting. I'm quitting so that I can be in charge of my life. That's where you start. You don't start by trying to run away, by trying to quit. You start by, first of all, dropping, deciding what is more important now. The addiction must lose importance in favor of something else in your life. So clarify the reason. That reason is what reminds you when the struggle comes tough. You remind yourself where you started. All right? You remind yourself what you are sick of. The second reason is the second step in getting out. Create a substitute for the habit, for the behavior, for the ritual, for the indulgence. You must substitute. You don't kill human habits, you replace them. Now, the reason people keep on trying to get out of habits and they fall back there is because they're trying to remove a habit and leave a void. Human behavior doesn't entertain void. If you used to smoke at 6 a.m., the first thing, you used to drink at 6 a.m., the first thing, you must replace that time with something else. If you just lie there, you find yourself doing it. You can now start jogging, can start exercising, something else that gives you the energy. Now, when you replace a drug, you must decide what it was in your life. The booze, the weed is not just the weed. The bottle is not just the bottle. Sometimes it is coming to fill a void in your life. For example, you are feeling worthless. I want you to understand this. What we all seek as human beings is connection to reality. We want to feel life. We want to feel connected to our other people, connected to the times we live in, connected to our character, connected to our uniqueness, connected to the process of our development. We want to feel connected to reality. All right? But now when these relationships strain, when you feel distant from people who matter to you, when you feel stuck, you have lost track of the process of your life. You're no longer in school, no longer working, no longer in church, no longer moving. When you feel like you don't know yourself, the identity, the character, your uniqueness, who you are, when you lose touch with those things that we want to be connected to constantly to feel alive, you will latch on to anything that will make you feel alive. Drug addiction. When you smoke, you feel high. You feel, now you feel alive. It is a replacement of the real. It's a replacement of the real connection. This is not a connection. It's a lie. All right? Now, this drug came to make you feel alive because you lost your connection, you lost track, you lost direction. The drug is coming to replace that. If you want to retire the drug, you want to retire the habit, you want to retire the addiction, you must go back to being in charge of your life, to working, however small, hustling, if it was job that you'd lost, if it was relationships, reconcile with whoever or replace now, get new relationships, it was a heartbreak or abandonment, get other relationships. Whatever the relationship was, the drug was a counterfeit representation of, you go for the real thing now. Are we together? Even sex addiction comes from a feeling of emptiness, loss of esteem, questioning your capability to perform. So you run to things. One reason you need to understand the pornography and masturbation, and those things come from loss of esteem and thinking that you want to pleasure yourself without feeling the duty to satisfy another. The problem is once you do those things, you're left guilty. You're left feeling empty. It injures your self-control, injures your confidence. The emptiness that is left pulls you down. There's a short feeling of sensation, euphoria, then a drop, a fall, and guilt. Where every time you sleep with those other people, you feel empty and you've lost control, you've lost track, So when you're replacing the habit, you create another tradition, another custom, another habit, another schedule. You create something else in the place of the time of day, of the thing it meant to you. You replace that with the things that now start to move you forward. And I want you to anticipate the replacement to be a tussle, a fight. Because this thing, although it was bad, you were genuinely connected to it. It meant something to you. It was bad, but you held on to it as if it was important. It gave you a sense of being alive. Expect a tussle. So backsliding does not, sometimes relapsing does not mean you've given up. Sometimes, even when you've done your best, sometimes you slide, but maintain the will to climb. It's like getting out of climbing a slippery mountain. Sometimes you go up, sometimes you slide, but you keep on climbing. All right? The last step is change your community, change your social circle, change your friends, change your support system. Don't hang out with the guys who are still using those things. Now go to guys who are like-minded, who are thinking of transformation and change. The best thing you can do when you decide to transform your life is to get an ally, to get allies, like-minded friends who are moving in the same direction. All right? So let's repeat the steps. We are saying clarify where you are changing, count the cost. The biggest reason is I'm dropping this habit so that my life can come first and the habit comes second. All right? Because while I am smoking this weed, while I'm taking this bottle, while I'm drinking, everything else comes second. I have to run away from people. I have to sneak from relationships to go and drink, to go do that thing. And it is making my life come second. All right? You need to get to put your life come first. All right? So I'm stopping it so that I can take charge of my life again. I want to feel connected. So the second thing is you replace. After you decide why, now replace. The time you used to do that habit, the energy, the money, replace it with other things that are now progressive, that are good for you. All right? Finally, get allies. Change your community, change your social circle, change the guys you're hanging out with. It's okay to discard friends. It's okay to get rid of people. It's okay to change who you're being hanging out with. Cool. Thank you so much, guys.